Hey everybody! Today I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this past year. Now, if you look outside and you notice that all the leaves are falling off the trees in the northern hemisphere, and with that, they're also dropping seeds. Now, I have a couple plants in my yard. One of them is a rose of Sharon, and another one is a morning glory. And in the fall, they have dried seed pods, and they open up, dry out, and then fall to the ground. And those seeds fall to the ground and kind of get in between each of the blades of grass and whatever, and settle upon the soil, and they sort of nestle in for the winter and prepare for what's going to happen in the spring, which is when they germinate and all of a sudden go ding, and then all of a sudden they form this beautiful, beautiful flowering vine. Or as the Rose of Sharon, they form a plant, and they grow taller and taller and taller every year. Now, getting back to the seed. The fall is a time when all of nature starts to turn within and find the stillness that's within them and nurture the inside and nurture the stillness during the winter months. And with that, with the time of stillness, it's also a time of reflection. And a lot of people, I've been getting a lot of emails from people saying, I just don't feel as energetic as I used to. Do you have any advice? And especially with the holidays coming up, with all the hustle and bustle of Yule coming, and then the secular New Year, which is on January 1st, or, December 31st, respectively. People are really sort of getting frustrated, and they're like, how do you do it? How do you manage your time and everything like that? And, even though this is the hustle and bustle time, it's still a time where you need to take things at a slower pace. I usually start to prepare for Yule like at least 2 months in advance, and that way I'll have time to still kind of go at a slower pace, which is what nature is doing right now. It's slowing down, it's starting to turn within, but still get the stuff done that you need to get done, and don't take it at a frantic pace. And one of the things we need to remember is to find the stillness. Like I said in my last video, find the stillness. Don't always be in a rush. If you don't have time to do something, then let's let it go. Just be like, you know what? I probably didn't need to do that anyway, But this is also the time that we need to reflect on the past year. Each year, those new seeds come up and germinate and bring forth whatever it is that was put into that seed. Now, one of the things that me and my family do on the winter solstice is we will plant seeds. We've got little, cups of soil, and we'll put a seed in there with an intention. And, you really need to reflect on this past year. What were your intentions at the beginning of the year? What were your intentions for your job, for your family, for yourself, for your spiritual self, for your mundane self? Did you fulfill the goals that you set out to? And if yes, what did you do to help foster those things so that they did work? Or if all your intentions, or if some of your intentions that you put forth at the beginning of the year, did they not come to fruition? And if not, then why not? Was it, lack of motivation? Was it, lack of money? Think about, the things that you wanted to have happen and the things that did happen, and also the things that didn't happen, and learn from it and use that as a learning tool for next year. Because, Samhain was the mark of a brand new year for some witches, and other witches use Yule as the new year. Regardless, there's a 6-week window there where it's a really good time to just sit and reflect and really, really think about what you need, what you want out of the next year, and prepare for it. If you want to take a trip to France or something, well, that's a big goal, but break it down into little goals. Well, what do you need first? Well, first you need your passport. Okay, so go online, download the passport information, fill it out, get your picture taken, and mail it off. So that's done, okay? And then, okay, maybe you need to save up some money. So look at your budget. How much do you need to save out, before you have enough money to go? Start looking at hotels. Start looking maybe through travel agents. Where do you want to go? Do you want to go the main route, or do you want to go the back streets, or, like where all the locals go? When you look at goals and when you look at your intentions, you also have to not just see the big picture, you also have to see the very fine lines and the very small paths that lead to that big goal. Just like a seed starts, that's one big goal, is that little tiny seed, but when it starts to germinate, all those little tendrils go down, the roots go down to the water, and they suck up and bring all the nutrients from the soil and the water to that seed and makes it a huge plant. I mean, an entire forest is contained in one acorn. If you think about that, okay? So your intention, okay, this tiny little seed of intention can germinate and form into a life-changing experience. I mean, it literally can. You can have a barren field and you plant one acorn in there, and over decades it could be a forest if you really think about that. I mean, your intentions can really pack a punch if you want them to, okay? So, if you're lacking energy, that's Mother Nature's way to say, just relax and just think about what you want to have happen in the spring when energy is high in nature naturally. When the summer happens, energy is at its full force. You know what I mean? So it's okay if you don't, make all the gifts that you wanted to make. Just send a card. That's okay. Maybe, don't spend 5 hours on the phone. Just spend 5 minutes with someone and just say, I just wanted to say hi. That's it. Just hi. Okay, bye. Just take time for you. Take time to relax and take time to really think about what will make you more fulfilled in the next year. And, take time to think about what you did this past year. Were you happy with everything you did? Were you disappointed in some of the things that you really, really, really wanted to do, but you didn't get a chance to do them? Why didn't you get a chance to do them? You know what I mean? So really think about and reflect on every single thing that has happened this past year, and don't feel bad about anything. Everything has something good. And I've been through a lot of bad times, trust me. But something good has always come out of the hard times. Always. Whether it was a lesson learned or, maybe karma paid back to me for some reason, I don't know what, but really think about everything that has happened and then try to think of the lesson, think of the good thing that came out of it, and then move on and just say, okay, well, now that I've got that behind me, let's start fresh. Every day is a fresh start, okay? And every year is a fresh start. Every seed is a new intention and a new possibility. So, yay! Okay. That was just something that I kind of, had, and I really needed to talk about this today. So I think there's a few people out there that this could really speak to. But anyway, blessed be, and I hope you guys are having an awesome, awesome day. I would be filming this outside because it's actually quite nice outside today. It's about 70. But the wind is kind of blowing, and also our neighbors are blowing their leaves and mowing and whatnot, so it's kind of loud outside. So anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday, and yay, blessed be. Mwah. Bye-bye.